Luck is on your side here with the Wheel of Fortune. But it's like you guys don't want to make mistakes. Okay, because I have the Four of Swords here in the reverse, but it's next to the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is telling me that you guys, all right, we have two groups of fire signs here. Half of you are getting impatient, waiting for the right person. Somebody who's going to be worthwhile, somebody who's going to be worth your time, someone who is a person of value. Here with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Pentacles cards, especially when you get to the Knight, the Page, the King, represents a mature person, someone who is able to understand your worth and support you at the level of it, someone who is centered, someone with life experience, and someone that is willing to do what it takes to support you and be there for you when you need it most. Okay. This is not the type of person who's going to stand you up. This is not the type of person who is going to be emotionally immature and flake on you. Okay. Some of you just want something that's going to validate you in love, that's going to make you feel fulfilled for 5 minutes. And then you're going to get mad that they're not the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So when you find that person, you may then feel dissatisfied because of the fact that they are not the mature person you hoped for. They excited you, they showed you the world, and then they left or ended up triangulating you with someone else, or they did not meet your expectations. Because what you really want for a lot of you is this reliable long-term connection, but a lot of you are not possessing the patience to get to that point. All right, so this brings us to your last two cards here, which is, okay, the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse and the Hermit. Some of you with this Ten of Pentacles cards, this Ten of Pentacles card, all right, do not possess the maturity. You need to gain some maturity here. You need to gain some wisdom. You need to really look back at your past experiences in love, what did work and what didn't work. And you need to take some time to reflect with the Hermit card here. Some of you may be involved with a Virgo or someone who is solitary, intuitive, yet introverted or introspective, a perfectionist. Someone who is highly intelligent but keeps to themselves. Okay, these are all attributes of the Hermit and of Virgo. Someone who works in the health field. Now, they don't have to have all of these attributes. They could just have some of them. All right, but the Hermit may represent that for some of you. Or for others of you, these are qualities that you're taking on at this time. You are alone, or you are taking time to reflect, to pull away from the world because of the fact that you're not sure what you want. Okay, for some of you, if you're in a relationship, you may be pulling away from the person because you're not sure this is what you want, or you're not sure what to ask of this person, even though you know you're dissatisfied within the relationship. Okay, but you're not sure quite how you want to go about it, quite how you want to go about the conversation. Maybe you were, impatient with this person in the past and kind of like, had an outburst or went off on them about something. You're not sure how you want to build with this Ten of Pentacles in the reverse here. So that's the first half of you. The second half, though, the second half of you watching this video, okay, with the Four of Swords here, you are, you're ready to meet someone. You are ready to get out of this period of isolation and reflection that you've been in, but you just haven't met the right person yet, okay? Or maybe you need to, for those of you in a relationship, maybe you need to employ a little bit more a little patience with this person. You need to employ a little patience with the person that you're with, okay? Maybe you're wanting them to grow in certain areas and they're not growing fast enough for you, okay? So you might need to slow down a little bit, have some patience with this connection, okay? But for that other half of you that are single, that are watching this video because you want to know what's going to happen for your love life in the month of January, and you're not currently committed to anyone, know that in the month of January, especially as we approach Aquarius season, which is going to be a little bit more harmonious with your energy, okay, because air does fan the fire, the flames of fire, okay, of fire signs. So in the energy of the air sign of Aquarius, you're going to find yourself more optimistic, more outgoing in love, okay, more interested in connecting with people, and more willing to put yourself out there. But I have a funny feeling that this Saturnian energy of Capricorn, the sun in Capricorn, which of course we're starting out with in the month of January, it's going to make you a little introspective. It's going to make you wonder, for those of you that are single and looking, okay, why you haven't made the progress in love that you would like to make. And you'll also be reflecting on ways in which you need to mature in order to get to a point where you are satisfied in love, okay? For others of you, though, you are going to be like, look, I just want to be alone, okay? I'm not interested, and you're going to be enjoying being wanted but single, okay, for some of you. Okay? You're very much going to be wanted, but you're very much going to be single in the month of January. For some of you, this is going to be a time of personal growth. It's going to be a time of, really reflecting, understanding what it is that you want in your relationships. And remember, this reading is for sun, moon, or rising. So this could apply to you depending on where the fire is in your chart, okay? This could be how you're approaching love. If you have like a fire rising, if you have a fire moon, this could be how you feel deeply in your heart of hearts about love. If you have your sun in a fire sign, this is how you are approaching love in the most practical sense of the word, how you're going about love in the month of January, okay? So I do see you guys taking a lot of time for yourself. So Saggies, all right, in the month of January here, I do see you really deliberating over, okay, some of you are going to be in a relationship that feels like the perfect relationship for you. You guys are going to feel at home with this person. You're going to feel like you can share your deepest fears with this person, your feelings with this individual as well. All right. Just don't go too fast in this relationship, okay? Do not race ahead. This is not a time, especially as Venus is in Capricorn. And I'm going to repeat that. Venus is in Capricorn. Okay, so some of you, especially my Sag energy, likes to go fast. You guys like to take things full speed ahead, especially with your ruling planet being Jupiter. You guys like to expand quickly. You like to go big or go home. That's just the way we do it, okay? But when it comes to love, if you want this to be long lasting, if you want this to be something of maturity, something of longevity, you really want to get to know the person, okay? Don't spill the beans all at once. Don't tell, this person your social security number on the first date, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? Take your time. Take time to get to know this person. Take time to get to understand if they're worth the investment. Is this a long-term person? Or is this somebody for the moment? You decide. And your intuition is very good. You guys have amazing instincts. So take the time to harness them and get to know them. With both of these Wands cards in reverse. That means go slow. All right? In the month of January. Now, I'm also going to say Mars is in your opposite sign. So if you guys are with someone, this could definitely be a hot and heavy connection, especially if they have Gemini aspects as well. All right. You guys may be tempted to, and this might be a very harmonious connection for you. Okay. But I would like to remind you, though, that often the quicker we get things, the quicker we lose them. This goes for everybody. So that being said, if you want this to last, give yourself time to get to know this person. Don't open up too quickly. Pace yourself and use maturity within this connection. Okay, don't emotionally involve yourself within the first 5 minutes of meeting this person. Take it slow. Okay? John Legend, the situation. Take it slow. All right? So, for those of you that are single, I'm seeing that you guys, or some of you guys might be idolizing, things in the area of love. You might be thinking about what you want your perfect relationship to look like. The good thing is that you guys are going to have an idea of what you want in love. All right. You guys are definitely, if you don't already have a person in mind, for some of you, this could indicate that you have met or are going to meet someone who is going to meet your ideals in love in the month of January, especially going into Aquarius season. I feel like you guys will be much more communicative, especially with Gemini. Again, Mars in Gemini opposite your natal sun. This is going to make you restless. It's going to make you want to go out there and connect, to communicate. And then as we get into an air sign, this is only going to fan the flames of your desire. All right. So this means that you may meet someone, but it's going to be very slow with both Wands cards in reverse. So sometimes when we have Wands cards in our spread in the reverse, okay, when you have a reversal, it can indicate that the energy is not there. Okay, that this is not what you're going to be experiencing. For others of you, and I feel like this is the case for about half of my single Saggies watching this video, this indicates that this reversal, this is a lot like retrograde planets, okay? It's going to be happening, but at a slower rate. Okay, this energy is slowed down for you, and this gives you time to reflect. So, if you do have anything coming in, it will not be soon, Saggies. You guys are going to have to exercise patience as Venus is in Capricorn. And this means that you are going to, you have an idea of what you want. Now attract it to yourself, but realize it's going to take some time. Okay? For others of you, what this indicates is that you know what you want with the Four of Wands here. You have your idea of the perfect home. You have an idea of what you want, who you want to be with, the type of person that's compatible with you, but you haven't met them yet, or you don't have anybody in your vicinity in general that meets those qualifications. So you're going to have a lot of thank you nexts in the month of January, but that's okay because you're getting somewhere, right? So that is your reading for the month of January. Definitely some progress happening, definitely some opportunities coming your way. With the Wheel of Fortune, luck is on your side. It's just not exactly coming to fruition as of yet, but that's okay because we have another 11 months ahead of us. So Sagittarius, stay optimistic. Stay in bright spirits. I know you will. Okay. Single or taken, you are still going to be the belle of the ball as usual. So you know how we do. So, all right, when it comes to Aries, and remember again, this is good for your rising sign, for your moon sign, or for your sun sign. So keep that in mind as you watch this video. So, Aries, I can't tell you how many times I see Cancer pop up in your readings. Every sign has like this one sign that they attract. This one sign it's like they can't let go of. They always have in their life, either as a sibling, as a mother figure, as a father figure, somewhere in your life, this sign is going to pop up. Okay, every sun sign has it. For Cancer, it's Virgo a lot of the time. For Libra, a lot of the time, it's Virgo or it's Sagittarius. For Leo, it's often Pisces. And for you, Aries, it's Cancer. Okay, so Cancer, there's either a Cancer on your mind, a Cancer that you can't stop thinking about, or you are deep in your feelings in the month of January here, all right, with the Moon card here in the upright. For some of you also, you know, with the Moon card here, you may have your mother on your mind. You may have, you know, a lot of issues that you are kind of processing that may have had to do with your attachment to your mom growing up, or how your mother treated you, or the relationship that you had with her that impacted your love life. For some of you, you may meet someone who is a Cancer, and you might also, if they're not a Cancer placement, it could be a Cancer North Node, they could be a Cancer South Node, they could be a Cancer Sun, Moon, or Rising, or even Venus, or they could have a lot of dominant planets in their 4th house. But I'm also seeing here with this Moon card that you may attract somebody who has psychic and intuitive abilities. You may attract someone who is loving, who's nurturing, who's gentle, kind, and patient with you, and who's able to soothe you in a way that you, as a cardinal fire sign, is very assertive, very hard on yourself at times, very much a go-getter, needs. Okay, so I do see that you definitely are going to have a lot on your mind when it comes to romance. And for some of you, you're going to kind of, you know, process this information because, you know, with Venus in Capricorn, this is giving us a different energy during the first month in the year. It's going to give us a very introspective energy. It's going to give us an energy of, like, you know, going inward, thinking about ourselves, thinking about our life path, thinking about the progress that we've made and how we can change, okay? How we need to change in order to see new developments, new connections, new successes in our life that maybe we haven't experienced yet, or that we want to experience in our future. So for some of you, you know, you're going to be in your feelings. You're not really going to be entertaining love. And you're going to be focusing on your coin. You're going to be focusing on progress that you want to make in the future, okay? With the 9 of Pentacles here. Some of you might be very career-oriented. And if you are in a relationship, I do see that there might be some distance between you and the person that you're interested in, because you might be focused on the things that you are going after in career, in finance, and in other areas of your life where you want to see some self-fulfillment, okay? So towards Aquarius season, you're going to be going for your goals here. You're going to be very enthusiastic. Again, that air sign, Aquarius, is going to be just fanning those flames here, those cardinal flames, as we get into the fixed energy of the air sign later in the month of Aquarius here. So with the 6 of Wands, you're going to come out of, you know, if you were in your feelings in the beginning of the month, if you were deep into your emotions and in reflection, I do see you coming out of that, okay, out of this energy. You see how this is a lot more internal, okay, definitely more inward, deep in your feelings here, or deep in your thoughts, reflecting on life. At the end of January, you're going to be in almost the opposite energy here, okay? You're going to be ready to go. You're going to be enthusiastic. Aries, you know that you're a catch. You know that you have something to offer the world, and you're going to be offering it to someone that you feel like is deserving. You are a sign that loves quality. You're not going to offer yourself, your love, to someone who you feel like is not qualified, who's not deserving. So with this 6 of Wands here, if you're single, this means that you've either found someone who is deserving, that you found someone who you feel like is worthy of your love, your time, and attention, or this just means that you have solved whatever struggles you were facing internally during the beginning of the month, okay? But definitely some progress for you. I definitely see you more in your energy of boldness, of, you know, that leader vibe that you have going on, that lion or lioness that's inside of you, that's ready to roar, that's ready to go and pursue those things that you enjoy within your life, and especially in love, if that is your focus. If you're with somebody, then I definitely see you possibly in a commitment of some sort by the end of the month, or, you know, really getting to know that person on a deeper level that just brings you joy, that makes you happy, and that's going to push you into February feeling very much like you've accomplished the goal that you've set for yourself. Okay, so maybe you've captured this person's heart, or maybe they've captured yours. Definitely some good things happening towards the month of February later in the year. Okay, so I definitely see you all making progress. And you know, as we have Mars in a air sign, this is really going to fuel your energy more so than usual, because with my Aries, you guys are you're very internal, you're very introverted. A lot of people don't see Aries as being introverted because you guys, are often seen to be very aggressive, very, intimidating. But deep down, you're also sensitive, and you leave those sensitive aspects of yourself for yourself, okay? In those quiet moments when you're alone or when you're with people that you really trust would never, ever let you down. And so as Gemini is, or Mars rather, is in Gemini, you're going to feel much more assertive, much more extroverted than usual. You're going to be pushing yourself further. And in areas where you wouldn't usually share your feelings and your thoughts, you're actually going to be communicating a lot, and a lot more of an open book than what you usually are. So there's going to be a lot of progress, a lot of expansion in the way that you experience life and love in the upcoming month, okay? Definitely some interesting things going on. Definitely some interesting things going on for my Aries in the month of January. So, Leo, last but not least, okay? So this goes for my Leo sun, moon, and rising. And you know what? It's like you guys are really processing some disappointment here with the Three of Swords in the reverse. What this is indicating to me is that you are processing either some sadness, some losses from the past, maybe a way that, your significant other, if you're with somebody, lets you down, or ways in which you let yourself down in past connections. Because, for you all, you are very self-resilient. You have a lot of inner strength. You pick yourself up. You don't wait for someone else to do it for you most of the time. And, you guys do definitely learn from your mistakes, because you do not like appearing weak here. So with the Three of Swords here in the reverse, you're learning from the last L that you took, from the last time that you fell, okay? And you're learning how to never make that mistake again, how to never make sure that you do not take that same L ever again, all right? That you learn from previous heartache. And I see you guys really, a lot of signs are in a very reflective mood. And I would have to say this has to do with Venus being in Capricorn. Okay, a lot of you guys are going inward. Even signs that don't usually go inward, signs that usually might be more inclined to blame somebody else and not themselves, are really looking at where they're the problem, or where they're contributing to their own problems within their own lives, as we're starting off the year with Venus in Capricorn. And you know what? I'm not mad about that. Like, I'm really happy that you guys are taking time to understand yourselves and to fix patterns that have, maybe pushed you in the wrong direction at some point in your life. So with the Six of Pentacles as your next card here in the reverse, you are learning from relationships that let you down here. And I'm seeing, especially when it comes to ways in which that you wanted your lover to support you, that maybe they haven't made the time for you that you feel that you expected them to, or that you made for them in the past. You're really learning from ways in which that your previous love experiences did not support you, that you needed them to. And this does relate to your heartache from the past. So for some of you, you might be reviewing patterns. It may not necessarily have to do with your current relationship. This could be patterns from past relationships, okay? It could also be something that, for those of you that are in a relationship, something that occurred and that happened to you within this relationship recently. Maybe you weren't able to rely on someone. Maybe this person let you down. Maybe, you know, for a lot of you, I'm feeling that the person that you're with, if you're currently in a connection, all right, it could be that this person was not as mature or not as ready to handle certain issues, certain aspects of life with you as you thought they were. Maybe this person wasn't as resourceful as they portrayed themselves to be. Maybe this person wasn't as mature as you thought them to be, okay? So this could have been somebody that you were, you know, with that you thought was more mature than you, that you thought was, you know, that may have been older than you, and so you assume they had a toolbox of, you know, ways to handle certain issues that in fact they don't have. So age does not always equal experience here with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Just some things to think about. You know, also I'm feeling like some of you may have supported someone, maybe financially, maybe, you know, with your time, with something that was valuable to you, Leo, and you did not get that support in return. Okay, so you're like, well, when do I get my turn? Is this the right person for me? You know, so you're really reflecting on some things. And for those of you who are single, you might be reflecting on ways that you gave too much in the past that left you depleted and drained in your present, or that you had to, some of you might be recovering from relationships that left you feeling very depleted. Okay, so if that's the case, you're reflecting on this, you're thinking about it, you're making sure that this never happens again. You are the lion energy. With that lion energy, you're the strength card in the tarot. You hunt, you conquer, you don't approach something to fail. So when something happens where you do not like the outcome, you review it, you look at it. And with Venus and Capricorn, this is helping you, this is encouraging you, giving you the courage to really look at your mistakes to make sure that they never happen again in the same way. Okay, so your next card here is the Eight of Swords. And with the Eight of Swords here in the upright, again, I feel like a lot of you are really feeling the pain of certain mistakes. Maybe for some of you, you feel as though you chose the wrong person. For others of you, you might be feeling a little confined in your relationship. Maybe you need an open relationship. Maybe this relationship is not what you thought it to be. With the Eight of Swords here, maybe you feel trapped in your own self-defeating cycle. Some of you know that you keep making the same mistakes, but you just don't know how to get out of the cycle of making those mistakes, okay? This is not something that's going to be solved in an instant, okay? Especially with, you know, Venus in Capricorn right now and Saturn opposing your natal sun in Aquarius. This indicates that these situations are going to take some time to figure out, okay? This is going to take some time for you to process. With Saturn opposite your sign, you're going to have to go against your natural nature to rush through things. You guys love instant gratification. You love for things to happen quickly. Leo, when you want something, you want it and you want it now. And this Saturn and Aquarius energy is pulling you into the opposite direction. It's pulling you into that direction of thinking long term, of thinking about, you know, how in a very unbiased way too, because you can't deny that certain patterns have led to things that you don't want, okay? So you're really looking at like, how can I change these patterns? How can I change my behavior? And in what ways has my own behavior led to undesirable outcomes? Saturn in Aquarius is going to force you to look at your own patterns in an unbiased way because you're not always right. So that being said, you're going to be looking at ways that you haven't trapped yourself in undesirable results and cycles in your life. All right. And with the Judgment card here, this Judgment card says it all, because with the Judgment card as well, you know, you might be feeling as if you need to reevaluate the type of people that you attract. You might need to reevaluate the way that you go about making decisions within your love life. For some of you, you're going to realize that you haven't valued yourself enough, Leo. Okay, and you're going to realize that you need to start attracting what it is that you deserve and that you desire, and how you can be that for yourself and attract more level up in your life. This is a level up card. This is about evaluating and then leveling up in your life. Okay, so with the Judgment card here, as the sun enters your opposite sign, it's going to cast a shadow on your natal sun, okay? So as the sun moves into Aquarius, it's going to be opposite your natal sun sign in Leo. And this is going to force you to look at aspects of yourself that you previously did not see, or you previously did not realize was a problem or was adding to a negative cycle in your life. Ways in which that you've behaved that has been dysfunctional and that has led to disappointments within your love life. As you look at this, you're going to realize that there are some areas in your life in which you need to change your behavior, especially with Venus in Capricorn. This is going to lead to a lot of lessons for a lot of people. Venus is squaring your natal sun, all right, as it is in Capricorn until January 2nd. Then it moves into Aquarius, which is opposite your sun sign. Okay, so all of this is going to lead you to feel encouraged to take action in ways that is contrary to your instinctive way of doing things, okay? You might decide to try to go after, a person, or to start to look for people, to be open to people, open and interested in entertaining people that are not your type, that are opposite. Maybe that can teach you something. You might end up dating an Aquarius, especially depending on what your other placements are, okay? So these transits are going to aid you in looking at your life a little differently, at your patterns. And as we have multiple Capricorn placements in the beginning of the year, it's really going to allow you to look at your own life, your patterns, and ways in which you would like to see long-term progress. How would you like your life to look at long-term, okay, years from now? And what can you do today to start that process? Okay, so that is what's going to be happening for you in love. So, fire signs, that is your love reading. Okay, if you would like a personalized love reading, please go to my website. The link is below. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. I want to make sure that you're the first to see the new videos that I post. And also make sure that you do check out my Venus in Capricorn reading. Okay. Even if you're seeing this after Venus transits out of Capricorn into Aquarius, if you are still learning the lessons of Venus in Capricorn, if you're finding yourself struggling with some of the lessons that you started kind of dealing with, some difficulties that you may have encountered from mid-December until now, if you haven't emerged out of that yet, then you definitely want to check out that reading, because it might just have some answers for you in some ways to approach things in a new way that might help you to conquer those difficulties or those lessons that you're still learning. All right. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I wish you guys all of the love, all of the highest vibrations, and the unconditional love of the universe. Make sure that you connect with the universe, even though it's cold in most of the country. It might be cold outside. Go take a walk, go get something hot to drink with a friend, with a lover, with somebody that you love, that's near and dear to your heart. Open up your heart space. Get some malachite. It's healing for the heart space. It's a very good crystal for the heart chakra as well. And take some time to love on yourself during the month of January, okay? Because the universe loves you. I'll see you. Bye.